Okay, so I managed to get the time to the stream today, and the plan is just checking out the new update on Zenless. And yeah, I'm just gonna switch because it's already active and I really don't want to wait more. And first, I pray to God to give us quickly. I don't think I've gotten that before.
Officer 148, Juyuan, ready.
How can I help? Time for some hard labor?
Huh? Is something the matter?
Looking for intel?
Oh
Or
yeah.
hiring me for a job?
For a second I forgot that she's now an agent.
Standing by.
In the trailer for
Number
was
0,
sad.
Anby.
Sad does not even describe it.
I submitted my self-reflection report a while back, but the Institute ignored it until recently. I just received the response a few days ago. As I expected, no major consequences. They're letting me off easy, so we can go ahead and keep investigating Geppetto.
You just heard back from the Institute, and you're planning to break the rules again? Didn't you get into trouble precisely because of the unauthorized investigation into Geppetto?
Don't put it like that. I had to write the report due to failure to identify and report a breach in the confidential database firewall, resulting in a small-scale data leak. Oh, and also for recklessly launching an investigation that put myself and the enthusiastic independent investigation team captain in danger. I have already reflected on my mistakes. As a member of the Institute, my vigilance against sensitive information and caution in conducting hollow investigations are still lacking. Which is why, the moment I spotted another security breach,
Hearing that from you, I'm not sure I buy it. The Institute's confidential database has that many security breaches all of a sudden? Sounds kind of fishy to me.
Well, in any case, I've already compiled everything about the breach into my weekly report and submitted it. But at the end of the day, I'm just a nobody in the Institute. Who knows when the higher-ups will read footnote 17 on page 4, subsection 21 of my report. Now, back to the matter at hand. Before I accidentally access some of the Institute's confidential files through the security breach, I stumbled across research on combat boosters for in-hollow missions. There's a whole new line of combat boosters. Based on my preliminary observations, they are likely artificial etheric coagulum, similar to precious relics.
Precious relics?
I have a bad idea.
Aren't
about
those
that.
made from the data and samples collected
Bad-
from rare and
bad feeling
powerful
about that idea.
ethereals?
That's right. However, I found that the samples and data used to create the new etheric coagulum most likely came from Geppetto.
But we didn't even manage to catch a glimpse of Geppetto during our last investigation. Who could have taken it down in such a short time?
No one did. I've been monitoring the outpost mission logs, but not one mentioned anything about Geppetto. In fact, the outpost has plans to demolish the aircraft hangar and logistics station outside the observation deck to facilitate observing Hollow Zero up close. The reason it hasn't happened yet is because they're still waiting on more intel about Geppetto. So, we'll have to take things into our own hands.
Wait, that's quite a sudden development.
You're my trusted independent investigation team captain, and the only one I've shared my investigation results on Geppetto with.
All right, I won't let you down on something so important. I'm ready to keep
Great. We can start, don't worry. Be it fieldwork or data analysis, the moment we have something new, I'll come find you and let you know in person.
I first need to check who the hell is Geppetto again. Yeah, I'll do that probably later if I remember.
Precision strike.
Flame fade, ashes remain.
I'll take over now. Check your safe. Neutralizing. So unprepared.
There we go.
Looks like you found the replica relic I reverse engineered using the data from work.
So this is the experimental prototype you made based on the Institute's data.
Yup. Do you remember what I told you? The Institute seems to have used Geppetto's data to develop a new type of etheric coagulum in their hollow research lab. The end product of these experiments resembles the relics of powerful ethereals, but we can't confirm if those experiments use Geppetto's samples, so I labeled them replica relics. If the Institute can make it, I can too. However, aside from the ones I left in the hollow, other similar relics you might encounter during your exploration actually come from the Institute's hollow research lab. I'm certain they function just like my replicas, so you can consider them the same thing. Unfortunately, we don't have much info on Geppetto, so I can only speculate on the effects of the etheric coagulum based on my own data. Follow-up experiments are needed to confirm finer details.
Follow-up experiments? Are you suggesting that I use the etheric coagulum during my investigations and see how it affects my
I apologize. It might sound a little... Please, do not worry. We have studies that confirmed the relics of ethereals can affect hollow combat. My experiments simply swap the data source to Geppetto. And I've personally tested them in the hollow to the best of my abilities. Still, it's not zero risk. If you're really concerned, forget I said anything. I can finish the remaining experiments myself.
No need to be so tense, Ray.
All right. However, I do have to warn you. Although it is very likely that the etheric coagulum will work against Geppetto, there is also a chance that it might negatively impact your hollow exploration. If you've decided to take some with you, just be careful.
Isn't that the same for all? Unexperimented thing. I think I know. Never mind.
This is the Lost Void. What are you all doing here?
We could ask you the same. Since you did help open the bunker, we won't question your motives for entering Hollow Zero. Got that, independent investigator? Or should I say, Hollow Raider? Either way, you'd better mind your own business. If you're smart and keep it to yourself, we could even help each other out the next time we cross paths. But if you can't take a hint and insist on poking your nose where it doesn't belong...
Well, you're the ones trapped in there, not me. You have no proof of identity, and you're threatening me, a law-abiding independent investigator. I'm sure Captain Roland would like to have a word with you.
Don't make me... What we're up to is way above Roland's pay grade. That thing lurking around here is only one of our targets. Anyway, please Otherwise, you may end up tangled in the strings of the puppeteer, and you'll be stuck wandering here.
Can I kill them?
Neutralizing.
Looks like I can.
Precision strike, initiate.
Great hit! Heads up!
best defense is a strong offense. Get to safety. Neutralize the threat.
Solid hit.
Things are about to get violent.
Sorry, no one gets past me. Nothing slips through my defenses. Removing threat. Don't even try. That was smooth. Your journey ends with me. Out of the way.
There it is.
Securing the perimeter.
Okay, that was a good fight, I think.
The ethereals here haven't changed. Their attacks are well organized. Clearly, they're still under Geppetto's command. How are things on your end? Did you encounter anything unusual?
What do you mean by unusual? I did encounter some annoying and incompetent mercenaries and a broken extraction tower.
Mercenaries. And an extraction tower. Oh, that's right.
I was forced into combat and had to fix a broken extraction tower. That's not right, is it?
Oh, sorry. Let me explain. After going through the Institute's data on replica relics, I suspect that they've known about Geppetto all along and collected loads of data from it. But neither the Institute nor the military has tried to take down Geppetto. On the contrary, they're letting the ethereals roam the Lost Void under its control. So they must think Geppetto's well supervised, and don't see a reason for drastic measures. Those mercenaries you ran into were probably hired by the Institute to check on Geppetto regularly.
You make a fair point, but if they come here regularly, how did they get trapped in the bunker?
That's because the situation with Geppetto has exceeded their expectations. Like you said, the etheric extraction tower was destroyed. Whether by sabotage or not, the ether currents clearly affected Geppetto and the ethereals it controls. Geppetto and its subordinate ethereals lost control and launched an unprecedented attack that overwhelmed the mercenaries. Their planned routes and tactics have all failed. They had to take shelter in the bunker and got stuck until you found them.
The Institute has been monitoring Geppetto for quite some time, but even they couldn't predict its change in behavior. And the only thing—
We can't say for sure yet. For now, the Dark Wall is on the back burner. Our top priority is Geppetto. It was already strong, let alone a Geppetto that's gone berserk. One thing is for sure. You can count on the etheric coagulum, whether it came from me or leaked from the Institute's lab. After collecting enough replica relics, I can already predict Geppetto's movements through the changes in ether activity. Let's keep tracking it. but do be careful.
Any last words?
Nothing slips through my precision strike.
Out of my way!
We fight together. Neutralize them.
I'll take you. Execution continue!
I pledge my honor! They fade as spring.
Sorry, no one gets past me.
There we go.
Things are about to get violent.
Sorry, no one gets past me.
Don't even try.
Precision strike, initiate. Neutralizing.
We fight together.
Nothing slips through my defenses.
Damn it.
Your journey ends with me. Nothing slips through my defenses.
Enough, I guess.
I pledge my honor!
Home run!
Let me show you how it's done.
Let me
Your journey ends with me. best defense is a strong offense.
Hmm?
Geppetto is leaving. We have...
Sorry, I'm afraid I'll have to ask you what happens next is none of...
Oh, you're still here? I thought you'd be off getting permission to access the bunker.
Is that the military bunker? Shall I get in touch with Captain Roland for you?
You?
That's enough. Let me speak with them.
Understood.
And who are you? Sorry, we're busy chasing after Geppetto. Not that it concerns you.
Please be patient. Apologies for our previous discourtesy. It was our mistake. We only recently learned that you're... In any case, as an exceptional independent investigator, you have the right to know more about the situation. Please trust in our goodwill. As long as you don't push further into Hollow Zero, we can provide you with all the information you want, plus more useful tools like the replica relics. Furthermore, as a token of our apology and respect, we will also provide you with another piece of information before you leave Geppetto's territory.
And what information is that?
Have you ever considered that powerful corrupted entities might not just be an act of nature, but rather something created by people?
What? Who are you? And what exactly do you mean?
We'll leave it at that. If the opportunity arises, I'll be in touch. Oh, and one more thing. I've received your weekly report, Miss Ray. A poor QA engineer has been distressed about your hypervigilance on the Institute's data security. So, based on his suggestion, and in light of your contributions investigating Geppetto, you have been granted extended clearance. You don't need to trouble your bamboo to write reports anymore.
Thanks to you, the Institute gave me access to the files that were classified. In a hidden directory, I saw another familiar name along with Geppetto, who, by the way, is now back under the Institute's watch after you defeated it.
Let me guess. Nineveh?
That's correct. As expected of my most trusted independent investigation team captain. All it took was that one hint from my, mystery superior for you to connect the dots. Powerful corrupted entities created by people. That's unsettling. At least we've got more time now to unravel these mysteries. I'll contact you as soon as I have more information, and we can invest...
Of course.
Right, there's one other thing. I think I mentioned before that our outpost is planning to renovate. Following the Geppetto going berserk incident, the outpost has finally started demolishing its hangar and logistics station. They should be removing the last bit of the metal frames right about now. If you're interested, you can head to the observation deck to check out the view now. No matter how many times I see it, the fractured land in front of Hollow Zero still weighs on my mind.
Hmm? Oh, she's a tiger. That explains it. Oh god.
Apologies for the intrusion. I'm Hugo. Let's just say I'm something of a collector.
I think I know who they like from what faction he's from. I forgot the name.
I've heard your video store is the most classy one in all of New Eridu, and I must say, it absolutely lives up to its reputation. The ambiance here is understated yet refined, elegant but still
This one agent
cozy.
from There Is a Vampire.
It's so soothing, like a steady beacon in the dark. I've also noticed some well-known individuals frequenting this place, including elite members from PubSec and HSO. Your achievements at such a young age truly impress me.
Get to the point.
I'm flattered, but...
Trust me, I'm being honest. I do find your store quite special. So, I guess the rumors about this place are true. Children of devils.
What are you talking about? I'm not following.
Am I imagining it? Or do you seem really nervous all of a sudden? Children, or perhaps...
You're imagining it. I'm just surprised there's a movie we haven't heard of.
No worries. Like I said, this movie is rather niche. Despite the word devil in the title, it's
As I
actually
said.
about vampires. I'm sure you already know. Vampires were a popular fictional concept back in the old civilization. Typically, they are pale-skinned, well-dressed, exuding a mysterious and dangerous aura. But beneath their immaculate facade lie lethal fangs for draining human blood.
You can even see the fan.
I'll take that. Oh, and I don't feast on human blood. In fact, if anything, I'm hypoglycemic. Anyway, back to the movie. It's about a man who unwillingly turned into a vampire and after years of plotting, finally kills his evil father and ultimately dies in the process.
So, it's...
You think so? To me, it's more like a revenge story. The villain just happens to be the protagonist's father. Well, it's a shame you don't have the... I'll just grab a copy of every movie you currently have for rent.
No offense, but you're being...
I understand the skepticism, but I simply wanted... Your store is like a collector's gem in itself. Please, consider my payments here as an investment in a collector's prized find.
Your definition of a...
Because of my work, I happen to know some of New Eridu's upper echelon. Some even collect human organs.
What?
Just some rumors circling around. Hope I didn't spook you.
I'm also just confused.
No worries. I don't scare easily.
Guess I was worried for nothing. With so many high-profile individuals visiting here, I'm sure you're well-connected and experienced in various fields. Speaking of which, there's a big industry auction coming up. They'll probably have lots of collectibles, maybe even rare videotapes not on the market, if you'd like to attend. Oh, by the way, I saw a marketing event at Lumina Square. Looks like there's a raffle going on. Go check it out if you're interested. Maybe you'll stumble upon something exciting. After all, there are always secrets hiding behind the light. Well, thanks for today. I'll take my leave for now. Until next time, my precious friends.
This feels like it feels very suspicious. Anyways, let's count right quick.
Is something
One,
the matter?
two. She doesn't count because yeah. 1, 2, 3. I guess 4, 5, 6, 7. Where is she? 8. Wait, we count 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At least 9. That is a lot more than I expected. But also a lot less. For some, I don't know. And I expected a lot or nothing. But not nothing, but
You
barely
there!
anything.
Why not come try your luck? All sorts of prizes are waiting to be won!
Hmm? Fight him, punch him, kick him in the
This guy
balls.
seems arrogant.
With what?
Maybe I should take a tougher approach with him.
Quit the act. I've seen right through you. You may look harmless, but I know you have a secret identity. Your crafty skills have caused headaches for countless people. Not to mention, you're revered in your field. Everyone knows who you are. Your true identity is a member of the most infamous band of thieves in New Eridu, Mockingbird!
Oh, those guys. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. He's not.
Nonsense. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Exactly. If you're so confident in your judgment, why not call
In fact, he
PubSec?
works with PubSec.
I'm sure they'd be delighted to apprehend this Mockingbird Phantom Thief on the spot.
All right, jeez, I was just guessing. Forget it. Clearly, you have. I'm Curtis Ravenlock. That's right, of the esteemed Ravenlock family from Tops. You'll face
I don't
consequences
care.
for crossing me.
You might want to keep it down. People say the Ravenlocks have a questionable reputation.
Sounds about right.
A bunch of lies. My family has a long and prestigious history.
The Ravenlock family did have its golden era, but they've been on a decline lately.
Anyway, you were the only one next to me when I lost my wallet. It has to be you. Just it.
You've got it wrong. I didn't steal your wallet. I just happened to be standing next to you.
Coincidence? Do you really expect me to buy that? You've been suspicious from the start.
You're being too soft.
In any case, my wallet is.
I bet you
Yeah.
staged all this.
What do you mean by staged?
With all due respect, clearly, your accusation is baseless, Mr. Ravenlock. Your outfit, while elegant, shows unironed creases and noticeable signs of wear. You've likely worn it for a long time. Plus, the wet ink on your cuffs suggests that you rushed straight here from your workplace. Likely so you wouldn't miss today's raffle. All in all, it's clear you're not well off and quite careless. Chances are you lost your wallet yourself, and it probably didn't hold much cash. Is that why you jumped to accuse others? Hoping to leverage your family name to make a quick Denny?
That's utter nonsense!
Regardless, you owe this person an apology.
Damn it! You'll regret.
I really hate it when innocent people are wrongfully accused. But it's all over now.
Good thing you're here. Otherwise, that...
I didn't really do anything. You outsmarted him all on your own. It's a relief to see him get what he deserves. He should have known what would happen the moment he falsely accused you. People like that should have a taste of their own medicine. That sounds fair to me. Unfortunately, we don't usually see such fairness in our world, do we? That's why sometimes I don't mind resorting to unconventional methods to right the wrongs.
You seem to be implying something. Don't tell me...
A good movie never spoils its ending. But feel free to speculate.
I mean, the badge is right there.
Anyway, it was nice running into you. Please, accept this raffle ticket. May it keep you away from shady people and situations and bring you good fortune.
Anyone else?
So gross. Tutto niente. Holy. Damn, that is a big group. And there's a
They're here with me now, sir.
I'm glad to have the chance to speak with you, young'uns. Helios Academy used to be a peaceful and comforting place.
oh god.
I know you still can't fully trust me, and I understand that completely. But please please do know that I mean you no harm. Your teacher, Carol, and I, we used to be friends. She was a kind person. I was truly sorry to learn that she was the one held responsible for the fall of the old capital.
She was innocent. There must be something else behind it.
I hope so too. It's just that the fall of the old capital still weighs heavily on us all. But I believe you just got caught up in all of this. I'm sorry for what you've been through over the years. It must be tough.
One day, we'll find.
Then I sincerely wish you success. The real reason I reached out to you is to tell you something very important. Something about your eyes. I stumbled upon some of the data Kara left behind. She spent much of her time studying ways to minimize the side effects of your eye implants.
Teacher.
Yes, which is why I believe this was her final wish. As her friend, I want to see it through. Simply put, your eye implants are directly linked to your brain, and their functionality depends on your body's limits. As a result, the HDD system takes up a part of your body's capacity. This leads to certain issues, the most notable being that it suppresses your innate ether aptitude. I brought in a team of specialists to analyze Carol's data samples, and after some effort, they created a plan to upgrade the HDD system. After the upgrade, the HDD system will operate with significantly reduced power consumption, allowing for a substantial boost in your ether aptitude, or rather, a restoration to its original level.
Do you mean that once the HDD upgrade is done, we'll be...
Exactly. You'll likely experience some discomfort at first, but you'll get used to it over time. I'll have the specialists from Marcel Group continue monitoring your physical condition to reduce the burden on your body and help restore your ether aptitude more effectively.
Are you really giving us such advanced technology for free? Feels like there's gotta be some kind of catch. Besides, you must have known about us for a while. So why wait until now?
I'm not asking for anything in return. As for why I didn't reach out sooner, truth is, from what I've learned, your eyes possess even greater power. Perhaps the power within you could affect all of New Eridu.
Oh god.
But you must understand, power is a double-edged sword. It can be used against enemies or allies. As the mayor of New Eridu, I must ensure everyone's safety, so I hope you'll forgive my caution. I'd been observing you for some time. That said, I'm confident to say that everyone at Victoria Housekeeping speaks highly of you.
Miss Bell and Mr. Wise are both kind and honorable individuals. I believe they'll use their power for the right cause.
Yeah, they're both good people.
Thank you for your kind words. Even though we have no idea what this power is. You're not just making it up to get our hopes up, are you?
Of course not. It's just that I don't have much information right now. I'll let you know as soon as I do. Well then, I'll let Lycon assist you with upgrading the HDD system. Rest assured he'll guide you through everything. You should be able to follow him with your knowledge.
If you would follow me.
How are you feeling now?
All good, I think.
Really? I'm feeling a bit off.
Your body is adjusting. Give it time to adapt to the changes. As a precaution, hold off on entering the hollows until you feel better.
Sounds like a good idea.
I see. In that case, I'll sit back and help Wise for now.
It's quite impressive one of you adapted so quickly. Your ether aptitude is now on par with most hollow investigators, meaning you're ready to explore regular hollows.
Using yes would still be better.
But you must be careful at first. Lycon, Ellen, why don't you two go along? One of the data piles in the hollow near the metro is malfunctioning, and we need a skilled proxy to address it. I'll assign this task to you. Of course, you'll receive fair compensation upon completion. Take your time in the journeys ahead. You've got plenty of time to uncover your full potential.
Master Proxy, the data pile that the mayor mentioned is in this direction. The data pile that the mayor mentioned is near that garage ahead.
What a pain. There's nowhere else to go.
We should search for the passcode nearby to disable the laser, and then move...
Ah, I get it now. We should be able...
Yeah, they did replace Lycon's voice actor because
How are you feeling now, Master
the previous
Proxy?
one didn't, like, just refused to work.
Fantastic.
I'm relieved to hear it. If you feel any discomfort, please, let us know at once.
Yeah, I'll carry you on my...
Well...
You've always had a sharp mind, and now you've got the muscles to match.
Thanks.
No, I was just thinking. When will you... If you can fight, you could handle things in the hollow all on your own. That'd be pretty neat.
Master Proxy, the data pile is right up ahead. Worry not, Master Proxy. We'll ensure your safety.
Thank you. Sorry. I still need you guys to protect me. Seems like I'll need to work harder.
Roxy, you don't need to push yourself so hard. You're already pretty great. Just leave the rest to us. Oh, it's another passcode.
We should be able to find the passcode nearby. Let's keep it... Maintaining the data piles in the hollows requires a proxy with the utmost professionalism. It is Victoria. Master Proxy, let's take a look around this area. We might be able to find clues regarding the passcode.
Proxy's moves seemed more fluid in that.
Master Proxy, this should be the second passcode. Master Proxy, we've been in the Hollow for quite some time. How are you feeling?
I feel fine. Nothing unusual, actually.
That's good to hear. After all, this is the first time you've entered a Hollow since the system upgrade. Best not to overdo it. Let's end this fight. All right, that's all of them. Let us return and open. The mission was a success, sir. Master Phaeton's performance was outstanding.
Excellent. You truly are exceptional. I'll be frank. I contacted you because I need your expertise for an important task. I'd like you to participate in an auction and help me secure an item up for bid.
Hold on. Is it the same auction I heard about?
Yes, that's the one. I knew asking you was the right choice. Since you're aware of it, I'll get straight to the point. It's related to the sacrifice you encountered.
Sacrifice?
Remember the sacrifice you took down near the construction site? Public security did some research after retrieving it. It turns out it can maintain its form outside the Hollow and carries human genes.
No.
Within it, we extracted. This core possesses the same inexplicable power as the sacrifice, allowing it to exist without relying on ether. However, the core was recently stolen from the most secure lab in New Eridu.
So
We
doesn't seem very
suspect this is
secure.
an inside job rather than an external theft. We searched extensively without success. The core has been concealed with...
So you want us to...
The power of the sacrifice is highly volatile and destructive. We must keep it confidential, at least for now. And I, as mayor, am not suited to participate in the auction myself. Plus, I'm running checks on my inner circle due to the theft. Frankly, there aren't many people I can trust. Don't worry, the funds are covered, and Victoria Housekeeping will be assisting you. Of course, this hinges on one
All right. We'll give...
Thank you very much. I knew that I could rely on you. The only hurdle now is the invitation. It's exclusive to Tops, so I'll handle that promptly.
You seem a bit puzzled.
The relationship between the mayor and Tops seems rather delicate.
You're quite perceptive. As you know, the roots of New Eridu's governance lie with the Mayflowers, while Tops is a conglomerate of companies. Power and profit often lay the foundation for conflicts, which is why securing invitations could be tricky for us. Things would be much easier if Tops weren't so involved. But worry not, Master Proxy. It may take some time, but we will overcome these obstacles.
Give me a second.
Now, if you've no further need of me, I'll take my leave. Have a good day.
I just got back from Waterfall Soup.
What happened? Did something come up with General Chop?
No, nothing really. It might not even be a big deal. It's just... General Chop mentioned that Soldier 11 hasn't come to eat noodles at the shop for some time now. We haven't heard from her for a while either.
Oh no.
Maybe she's been busy with something lately. You know, like a mission.
On a mission? But even then, she'd still try to reply to messages from you. That's what she did before. This is starting to worry me now. Oh, if only her squad mates were with her.
I am the Eye of Obel.
She looks like she's from Nikkei. Jesus.
I've got your back.
Officer 148, Juyuan, ready. Huh? Is something the matter?
I am the Eye of Obel.
Wanna be my research subject? Officer 148, Juyuan, ready.
Good enough.
We've arrived at the coordinates Ray provided. She's so kind. Can't catch me. Adjusting for wind. Suspicious ether fluctuations over there. Ether vision activate. Recalibrating. You're cornered. am the Eye of Obel. The target's exposed. Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill. Adjusting for wind. Press the advantage. Pity. That's Soldier 11.
Oh god.
Take out that sniper.
Ether doesn't activate. I won't let you take her. No mercy. The melody of combat. Adjusting for wind. Time to pin them down.
No restrictions! Fire it well!
The target's exposed. My bullets are one with the wind. Soldier 11!
Ah, the blind sniper. So you actually can see.
Release her, or else you'll have...
Your friend is beyond help, Sniper. There's no stopping Silver's revival.
Damn you. Silver's revival.
Oh god. B.
Hello.
Is it you? The one who contacted me on Internet?
Yep.
Hmm?
Oh, the burger. Sorry, I was starving, so I already finished it. Thanks for coming to meet me. Long story short, we need to stop Silver from coming back. By the way, what was your name again?
I hadn't introduced myself. I'm still unsure if I can trust you.
Oh.
Don't take it personally. I'm always cautious with people I've just met, especially someone from Internet who claims to have intel without any solid proof. But I have to admit, you do seem kind of familiar. Even though I can't see your face, you somehow remind me of a friend. A friend who's in danger.
They've taken her, haven't they?
Wait, how much do you actually know?
I'm just as clueless as you about what's happening. But you might have heard of me. I'm Anby, the former captain of Silver Company.
So, you're...
Yeah, that's me. I'm the one who died in Soldier 11's place. So you should get why I feel responsible for her.
Would you understand if I say I'm still not completely convinced?
No worries. I've dealt with even more skeptical people before. Trust isn't gained on words alone. So how about we meet inside the hollow?
Inside the...
I'm not the best with words. Showing you through my actions might be more convincing. You just need to see me in battle.
Well, how and why was I stuck?
take a good look at your movements.
Unfortunately, the enemy is too weak. I won't be able to show you my full combat abilities.
You don't strike me as the type of person who'd say something like that. Ether vision activate. I see now. There's no mistaking it. You really are that Anby. A person's fighting style is a raw response in life and death situations. It can't be easily faked like a resume or some other physical token. You and Soldier 11, the way you fight and use ether, it's nearly identical. Incredible.
We're sisters. Assuming that sisters means replicas from the same blueprint, that is.
So the rumors circulating in the military about Silver Company, they're really true?
How much have you heard?
Only that Silver Company no longer exists. But biologically creating soldiers in mass quantities, how could that even be possible?
I don't think we want to
From
know.
what I know, besides intelligent constructs, everyone is born biologically. Delivered by storks, so they say. So making one isn't much different from making 100.
Was that supposed to be a joke?
Yeah. My jokes never really hit the mark.
No. I'm the one who should be saying sorry. I was just astonished. I never thought the military had this level of technology. If they could mass-produce soldiers, then why would they still...
I understand. If they could use replicas as cannon fodder, then why still risk human lives?
I was trying to say it in a more...
It's okay. I won't take offense. They'd probably say the reason is because replicas are simply too expensive. While a Silver Company soldier could change the game, it costs nearly as much as training a top-tier general and paying their fees and pension for their family. The real cost isn't in creating the mind or body, but in replicating the subject's unique physical abilities, mental aptitude, and reflexes. And what's even more costly is that, for reasons that were not fully understood when the research was halted, these unique qualities couldn't be fully replicated in mass production. As for the inferior ones, they were deemed as disposable.
Anby...
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't. But there's always someone who does mean that. There's always someone with an agenda, trying to use us. Maybe that's why Silver Company fell. I won't forgive those people. Any of them. However, the downfall itself isn't entirely a bad thing.
I think I know why there's that.
With Silver Company gone, their evil technology was lost with it. Or so I thought.
Silver's revival. So you're saying someone has resurrected that technology? Soldier 11's abduction seems linked to that, but as far as I know, all the data from that time was erased. Could it be that... Hold on.
What are you thinking about?
If they truly wanted to secretly revive this technology, they wouldn't need to take Soldier 11 at all. I know my squad mate. All it would take is an order from up top, and she'd put herself on the operating table without a peep.
Really? So, that's how she is now.
She's the model example of a loyal soldier. Isn't that how you remember Soldier 11?
No. I never knew a Soldier 11 in the past. Only...
How could this be happening?
I recognize this formation.
What?
It's another legacy of Silver Company. Back then, we had a brilliant sister who excelled in strategy over combat. Let's handle this. The person we're after must be behind it. TWCA Type 3.
Is that the name of that formation? Adjusting for wind. Recalibrating.
Eliminating target. This feels familiar. I don't like it.
Not one for nostalgia? I'm starting to understand you more now.
Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill.
The target's weary. Recalibrating. Anby, what is that?
As expected of Captain, her skills, they're still as sharp as ever.
Oh god, oh no.
Truly remarkable.
I don't like that
I feel honored just being her defect. Silver Squad can't be without its captain. Ouch. Give me some meds, eh? You're the worst of any defect! I know you can't talk, but is there something wrong with your nerves, too? Be gentle! Seriously, I have fewer and fewer parts of my original body, and yet I feel more and more pain. I'm curious why that is. But you wouldn't understand such a complex question, would you? Because you're an idiot. Enough. Stop making that miserable noise. Now, about our subject. She's still alive, right? There you are. So, they call you Soldier 11 now, right? What a hideous name. But looking at you now, you do have a pretty face. Pretty and pitiful. Aside from that, I'm nothing like you. I've lost all my limbs. I'm no longer a complete member of Silver Squad. And I need a complete body for the experiment. What? You're asking me what happened? But you should know what happened that day. It was the day you weren't there. Captain Anby traded herself for you. Even with her incredible strength, she could only save one of us. But why did it have to be you? Why not me? Why not Twiggy? Tell me why! They were all dead. Heaps and heaps of corpses crushing me. When they found me, my limbs were severely corrupted. I couldn't move. I couldn't fight. Hey, what do you think you're doing? All right, fine. You're just here to remind me, right? I'll go handle it.
It seems Soldier 11 is being held captive here.
The plan?
Shh. Let's discuss it over there.
place is...
I sense the frigid air from outside. Someone's entering.
Don't worry. It's dark here, and the machines...
Soldier 11, wakey wakey. That's odd. I know I've taken quite a few samples from you and injected some med. Do you enjoy being pampered? Because you're the youngest sister? Oh, that won't do. Get up and play with me. Good. That's my girl. Ah, yes. About how some kind scavengers found they sold me. And unfortunately, my ignorant new owner couldn't see any use for I was treated like merchandise on the black market. Sold alongside gangster stuff and modded bamboo. That's when I realized we Silver Company soldiers weren't any different from bamboo. Just made of flesh and blood. And that's... She bought me as a trophy girl. Cut me open and operated on me, checking my internal organs by hand. Anesthesia doesn't work on us. You know that, right? So it hurt. It hurt like hell. Then, out of the blue, she smiled at me. Looking back now, I think she must have noticed something unusual about my body. She told me that she was once a military doctor, but was discharged, and now worked as a rogue doctor. She was familiar with so I underwent surgery and received mechanical prosthetics. Nothing too fancy. I don't think I'll ever use them for combat, but they serve their purpose. My true value lies in my memory. Thus, I remember our home. And I remember assisting in their research. That rogue doctor used her connections to get me some incomplete research data. Fortunately, I've remembered. I've served because this is my... So...
When did you notice me?
My little puppy spotted you a while ago, and I instructed her to raise the alarm. You know, Captain, I'm actually glad you're here.
Give her back, and then we'll talk.
If you want her.
Trigger!
Say no more. I've got it. Ether vision activate. Target locked. Fire support ready. Quick shot. Recalibrating.
Fracture!
No mercy. My bullets are one with the wind. Fire support ready. The target's weary. That's the Captain Anby I know. Cleaning your knives with the filthy blood of this scum suit. Don't give me that, idiot. Now you're worried about whose side I'm on. I created you, so you never saw Captain Anby in her prime. After everything I've been through, I thought I would have forgotten. So, have you ditched the uniform, Captain?
Twiggy.
I'd keep it as pajamas if I were you. It's nice to reminisce about the days of glory and
I never knew you were still alive, Twiggy.
Yeah, I was always the worst at fighting. But I survived.
You're not as terrible a fighter as you think. Your sharp mind makes up for it.
Yes, you said something similar before. I'll never forget that. You persuaded them to keep me, and you encouraged me to... You're right.
I am valuable. I understand that all too well now. Sometimes I wonder if I were just an ordinary citizen in New Eridu and not part of Silver Squad, maybe I could have become a researcher at the White Star Institute, studying deep topics like 3 forms of etheric manifestation in specific hollows. Sure, I might be sharp, but there are different kinds of smart. Growing up in Silver Squad, I had no street smarts. Competing for profit, seeing through lies, and striving for a better life with limited resources. These I had to learn the hard way, year after year.
You've been through a lot. Is that why you're doing this?
I don't need a reason. At least not one to convince you. The only person I've needed to...
You know better than anyone. Silver Company was an evil undertaking. That technology should never resurface.
Evil? Are you suggest...
We are evil incarnate.
So, we should all just be destroyed?
No, but we should not continue in our evil.
Oh, I see. That's very... We should be eating burgers, watching movies, working a job, and going on dates. Instead of, you know I care for you, Captain Anby. Whatever you do, I won't hold it against you.
You know where I am, don't you? You know where I live, what burgers I like, what movies I watch, and who I spend time with. Since you know, you're welcome. I'm your captain. I'll personally deliver the punishment you deserve. And then, seek...
Captain.
We can still make things right, before you make a greater mistake. Fortunately, I found you before things got any worse. I have so much to tell you, but maybe another time. For now, we should...
All right, I'm returning you.
Twiggy?
I said we're even. From now on, you can stop act...
Soldier 11! Wake up, Soldier 11! Anby, she doesn't look...
I see how it is. Twiggy, I'll be back. I won't just abandon you.
You sicken me. Like I said, just save the foolish talk. I can't stand to hear that kind of mush from someone who looks exactly like me.
Well, not exactly.
It's not mush. And I hope you'll get used to it. Let's go, Trigger.
Hey, go contact you-know. Ugh, cut the crap! You think I don't realize I shouldn't cut the middleman and contact the client directly? But look at the mess we're in! The junk she's brought won't fix this. Our best shot is exploiting Anby's... She's let go of her most lethal weapon. Her daring and ruthless fighting style. Now she's like a hired gun with a family to feed. Focused on surviving to get the paycheck. I can handle her if we exploit that. But I need to keep everything in check.
You've been diligent.
Stop calling me that!
As you know, your research is crucial. You're just like me. We're here to foster hope. Our work is the only cause worth fighting for in this world. Of course, I understand. The stuff I mentioned last time is ready. Send some of your people to retrieve it.
How do you
Great, you're awake. I've been worried about you, Soldier 11.
Soldier 11? Is that my name? It sounds odd and could easily get confused with another number like Soldier 161051. Only if
I can see you're doing much better now, but I won't.
Her memories seem jumbled. The injuries might be more serious than they appear. When a Silver Company replica is severely wounded, their memories are often the first thing to fail. Even me, all those years ago.
Is that so? Then what about your—
Would the Defense Force abandon her if she couldn't fight anymore? Well, I know we— Proxy.
Yeah, having one more mouth to feed won't hurt. It's nothing compared to our monthly electricity bill.
Plus, our little black cat needs another playmate. He's already getting bored of us.
You know how short-handed we are, right, Charon?
Charon?
There you go, trying to be funny again. Guess that's your unique charm, Manager. Jokes aside, I can't vouch for the Defense Force, but I can promise that Obel Squad won't abandon her.
I see. Well...
It seems you and Soldier 11 go way back, Anby. Could you share more about her? And maybe how we can help her recover faster? We're here to help. Are you sure it won't be too much trouble for you?
Don't worry. Nicole's caused a lot more trouble for us.
I see. In that case, what warmth, comfort, safety, and relaxation. Also, right. I should get her some burgers for an energy boost. Not so fast, Anby. Burgers aren't exactly Soldier 11's favorite. Oh, they're not?
It seems Trigger already left to get it.
You'll probably find her near Waterfall Soup. By the way, General Chop is concerned about Soldier 11 as well. Be sure to let him know that she's improving.
Yeah, don't worry. She's in good hands with us here.
When did I get out of those photos?
I got Soldier 11's favorite spicy noodles from— I couldn't see if the noodles look spicy, but just the steam from the chili peppers.
So, spicy noodles is her thing.
Well, that's the Soldier 11 I know. She would come to 6th Street whenever she had free time. Maybe she feels more at home here than back in the barracks. She rarely talked about anything other than training, combat, and promotions. But when she did, she'd usually mention super spicy noodles, the video store owners, the
Did she ever...
You might not like the— Soldier 11 has never brought you up, but she seems fixed. Apparently, someone very important to her that she admired greatly vanished without a trace, leaving her to deal with that awful situation by herself. The person left without so much as an explanation. In the military, such actions are seen as desertion. And eventually, such deserters are marked as KIA by detached and indifferent officers. Does any of that ring a—
I have nothing to say. Even if she resents me, she has the right to do so.
That's pretty cold, even for me. May I suggest something?
What's that?
If you want to mend things with Soldier 11, don't say anything like that to her. Trust me, don't.
But that's the truth. I have no excuses for that. I lost my memory when I left the army. Once it returned, I wanted to contact Soldier 11, so I asked Nicole. Then I learned that she was doing well, that she had joined Obel Squad, and that she had a new captain and new comrades, so I felt her troubled past in Silver Squad might only weigh her down. I had no reason to show up again. Trigger.
What?
Tell me, if you were me, you would have made the same call, right?
If I were you...
That's what I thought. So, even if she hates me, I deserve it.
But I'm not you, Anby. That's the point. If I were in your shoes, I would let Soldier 11 know she was never betrayed or abandoned. I'd let her know that her comrades would search to the ends of the earth for her, and that they'd never forget her.
Trigger, you're really
That's all you have to say?
Yeah, I'm really impressed. It must be.
I'm not so sure about that. But what are you planning to do next?
I'm heading back into the Hollow to put an end to everything with Twig. That evil tech must never resurface again. But before that, I...
Apologize? But given the current state of...
That's the idea.
Wait.
Yeah, that's the best choice.
Seems like it's really weighing on your mind.
In that case, I need you to prove something to me.
Prove something?
Prove that you can take good care of Soldier 11. That's the only way I can hand her over to her new
Alleviating all your worries might not be a good thing either. I'll prove that I can take care of her. Now then, let's head back. After all, we don't want to show up with a bowl of soggy noodles.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Nicole?
Well, look who decided to come back.
I'm sorry for leaving without saying anything. You can punish me however you see fit, Nicole.
What's the use in punishing you? If anything, I'd prefer some compensation. So, how do you plan to make it up to me? I'm waiting.
I'll give up my favorite.
Hey, that's more like compensating General Chop than me.
That won't cut it, huh? Then I won't try.
Come on. Nekomata's usually the one who's squeezing in, but...
I see.
Oh?
Yes, and I'll persuade Billy to give up his...
Wait a sec. Are you trying to talk? Forget it. You owe me big. I'll tell you what I need.
Nicole.
Fine. Listen, Ambi. It doesn't matter who you were or what mess you've gotten into. The cunning hairs doesn't need to be a burden to you. We don't need you to shield us, and we won't intrude when you need space. You're not the only one here with a troubled past. I just wish you'd trust me more. Otherwise, I feel like I'm a total failure.
Sorry. I won't try to justify what I did. Once this is over, I'll answer all your questions. No more hiding anything.
That's my good girl. You're a terrible liar, you know.
I know. By the way, I have a favor to ask you.
Oh,
Yeah. There's a woman who looks like me. She wears a Defense Force uniform and goggles.
Piece of cake. On average, finding a cat takes us 3 hours. I'll contact some of my sources.
I was not expecting that.
It's been a while. I bet it must have been nice not having me around for a bit.
Yeah, definitely. It was pretty nice to not have to compete for space to lay in Nicole's lap for a change.
What?
Humans have 2 legs, so 2 people can lay on their lap. At least, that's what I heard in a movie once.
Oh god.
That's our boring burger girl. You only sound cool when you're quoting movie lines. Alright, to help make you, here you go.
Cute. It's pretty cute, if I'm being honest.
Oh, a doll. This is...
Nah, stop being dramatic. I got a doll-making kit and was gonna make one that looks like Nicole. But it turned out super ugly. With a big head and tiny little body. It didn't look anything like Nicole.
But I don't look like this.
No, it's exactly like you. It's like your little twin. Go on, take it. Keep it with you all the time. And don't...
You want me to carry it and never let it out of my sight? Oh, wait. You didn't stash some sort of contraband inside it, did you?
Yeah? Just because I'm a street cat doesn't mean you should be prejudiced like that.
All right, let me do something for you in return. How Not now, but...
Once things settle and you're safe, you can treat me to those mackerel noodles.
This is fuck. Oh, Kit Kat.
So...
Sorry, Anby.
Are you...
Are you speaking to me? You seem familiar.
I'm... Anby. Does that name ring a bell?
No. I don't I'll get better.
I see.
We tried some food called noodles. They were this amazing, fiery red color. It was delicious. Then we pet some creatures called cats. We went to an arcade, did some shopping, drank some tea milk, and even opened surprise boxes. During the movie, someone took advantage of the dark environment to attempt a theft. Fortunately, the public security office isn't far from here. After—
You sure know how to plan a date, Trigger.
The video store manager taught me all this. Anyway, I think I did a good job.
Yes. I had a great time. Still, I can tell my body isn't really used to relaxing. I can always feel an urge to do some push-ups.
That's our model soldier for ya. Soldier 11 is important to me. I don't ever want to lose another squad mate.
Another?
So I promise to look after her. You can focus on the matters at hand now. Once everything's settled, and if you prefer to stay out of it, no pressure. I understand the weight of your history with Silver Company. It's like a heavy chain around you both.
I'll break that chain.
I have faith in you.
Thanks, Trigger. In that case, please keep—
What's this?
It's...
Please, keep it safe until I come back.
Don't worry. If it means that much to you, we'll be sure to keep it safe.
Thanks.
It gets chilly by the river at night.
Yeah, no.
I remember you from earlier today.
And
sorry. It seems my memory still
I can help with that.
You can help?
I can tell you what you've forgotten.
Harin.
It was your name before you were Soldier 11. The name I knew you by. Back then, we used to find nice-sounding words to call each other. The higher-ups were aware, but didn't intervene.
I don't like that name.
Yes, you've said the same thing before.
So what exactly is this Silver Squad? And who decides who's qualified or not? There's a lot I don't understand. If it's connected to my past, then please tell me everything.
Sure, I'll explain it.
Huh.
Allow me to... There were many things I didn't understand then, and still don't understand even now. All I know is that we were used as pawns in a power struggle within the army. And, in the end, they chose to keep only one replica.
And that was you, Anna? As you said—
I'm not Anna. That's someone else. But yes, I was selected. They devised an operation. A suicide mission. No one was expected to return alive. My name wasn't on the list for deployment. But the night before, you went too hard in training and got injured. So I took your place.
Did you survive them?
Take a guess. I saw my squad mates buried in the rubble. The memories are all a little foggy, even to this day. I'm not sure how I survived, or how I was able to stand before the senior officers.
How could they issue such a ruthless order? Sending their own soldiers to die?
That's the point, Harin. Are we humans? I assume you can also issue combat orders now. When you send a squad of explosive Bangbu into the enemy base, do you consider their well-being?
But Bangbu aren't humans.
That's what they said too. Replicas aren't humans. So, they ordered Silver Squad to their deaths. But since you are still a survivor, they...
Did you go through with it?
What do you think?
It appears you didn't.
Would you have followed their orders?
No. I would have executed the officers who issued that suicide mission. So what did you do?
I fled. I offered to exchange my life for yours. And then fled. I didn't trust them. So disappearing seemed like the only feasible option. I knew that once I was gone, they wouldn't harm you, because you were their only asset. Seems like I made the right call. At least I got to see you again. I've had a good life, but it took me a long time to figure out who to hate. If I were to hate everyone who hurt us, that would be too much. I couldn't live carrying so much hatred. It's impossible. And Nicole told me that I shouldn't hate myself. So, eventually, I realized that all the suffering stemmed from the Silver Company tech, and the fact that we replicas were not seen as humans. According to a movie Wise loaned me from the store, this is only then did it dawn on me that many people were already aware of this issue. There are a lot of smart people out there. So...
Why apologize? According to I'm crying.
It's all my fault. I was the captain of our squad and responsible for everyone, but I let you all down. I wasn't wise or strong enough, and I was a coward. If I weren't a coward, I wouldn't have waited until this moment to apologize. I'm only willing to share this now because I know you'll forget
Forget everything?
Silver Squad soldiers who are critically injured have their recent memories wiped within 24 hours. I can't keep avoiding this, Harin. I have to face our old squad mate. I don't know what other cards she has up her sleeves, and I can't guarantee anything. I can only try my best. I might survive, but if the worst comes to pass, I don't want you to bear the weight of my death. So, just forget this conversation, and have a good night's sleep.
No, Ambi.
It's almost midnight.
Ambi. What is this place?
Your name.
No, I just feel bad for all of them.
Sorry. I must have been talking to...
Ambi?
What do you mean? Come on, don't hold out on us. Are you sneaking out on some super dangerous business? There's actually something I need to take care of.
Don't try playing cute with us. Didn't I tell you before? We have a right to know about whatever—
Plus, Ambi, if you've really been working on yourself like you said, then you should learn how to ask for help. This thing you're facing, you might not be able to handle it yourself, right? Even if that were the case, it's still my responsibility, and mine alone.
Oh?
But the lone wolf in the movies never get— I don't want to lose anything, or take me back in that hall. Wise and I have been waiting.
Is that your strategy then? Getting us—
You don't have to do it for free. Just tack it onto the Cunning Hair's tab. I'll be— but right now... Don't go running off into any hollows— I won't. Don't worry. Long time no see. Replica number 0. Silver Squad. Captain. I thought I'd never see you again.
When this will show up.
look like a character straight out of a movie right now.
I mean, yeah, especially with the high heels.
I never thought I'd be back.
Your fighting style seems to have changed.
Old memories are coming back with this uniform.
The new you is so reliable, Ambi.
Don't play that, please.
The past me was reliable too.
Enemy's tough. Be careful.
Orders received.
Don't need to be so
I never expected to one day be the one guiding you, Proxy.
I'm heartbroken, Ambi. Here I was, thinking this was a family matter between...
You're no match for me, whether I bring help or not. Twiggy, Silver Squad is gone. You will never be able to rebuild it. We both know how difficult it is to create a Silver Soldier capable of engaging in combat operations.
What if...
Didn't need to.
There's one thing you're wrong about.
This is so weird. These Ambis. No.
Weird. These...
Twiggy.
What do you think? I've done something that can stop my organs from being harvested. That can put me in touch with the big shots at Tops. That can help fund my research.
No, you're harvesting. You created all these...
I just used them to exchange for a few necessary resources to reform Silver Squad. I needed a family, really. That's all. You said it yourself. These sisters of ours, right? It's a real shame, you know. Neither Harry nor I were perfect enough. No matter how hard I try, all I can make are defects. Good for nothing but a supply of organs. But it's not like there hasn't been any progress. I haven't even told anyone about this yet. But just earlier, once that's in place, the cost of producing a competent soldier will be at an all-time low. We'll have achieved just what the initial project report said. The magic of producing an army out of sugar and air. Ambi. Captain Ambi. You are the final piece of... Just think what such an army could do. Nobody would ever dare humiliate us again. Our Silver Squad could crush New Eridu to smithereens. Me? I'm fine with whatever. Put me to death if you like. I deserve it for wasting... killing all those sisters of ours. Whatever you want. Captain.
This is not my home. I feel disgusted. I'm sorry, Twiggy. But now I wish you had died back in the Hollow.
I know. I feel... Get out of here! What are you doing, idiot? You absolute idiot! Are you in...
I want to protect you. Thank you for letting me...
Oh no.
did you come?
I haven't forgotten the art of combat. Silver Company formation. TWAN, Anti-Ethereal Mark II. The current you feels really familiar.
I never expected to be able to face you like this. Show no mercy, even if our opponent is triggered.
That's my line.
Loyalty. I shouldn't miss this feeling.
At least, you shouldn't miss it too often.
Don't push yourself. Understood?
Affirmative. Why did I subconsciously...
The final blow.
I won't let you have it.
Beautiful. Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful.
Did I fail the combat test again? They told you I'm not good at fighting. But as long as Captain's here, I'll be okay. Right?
It's making me feeling bad for everyone in the story, damn it.
You. What are you doing here?
Trigger was the one who covered for me, so I could come here. She's probably still dealing with the
You shouldn't be here.
Ambi. Turns out you're not a traitor at all. You're a coward. I'd still be completely in the dark if it weren't for that funny-looking doll.
Huh? You mean...
There was a camera stuffed inside its head. It recorded your whole confession to me before its battery died. I didn't understand everything, but I knew enough to take action. Seeing as we're sisters, I couldn't let you take this risk alone. And I knew that you didn't betray us. I liked that feeling. It was enough to help me believe in many things again.
Proxy, her condition is extremely unstable.
Sure thing.
This tech has... Thank you for letting me be born.
Ambi?
Proxy.
Don't worry. Soldier 11 is safe with Trigger. You can trust her. Obel Squad can take over from here now that everything's done.
Really?
What a dilemma. Should you destroy the
Is it that obvious? I thought I'd made up my mind to never let this kind of evil happen again.
The fact that you're even saying this means you're reconsidering it, right? Good and evil lie in the hand that wields the sword, not the sword for better or worse. Silver Company technology has the power to change our world entirely. I can't help but think of the possibilities it holds for our future.
But even... You're right.
Well, time for this proxy to clock out for the day. We'll be waiting
for you at the video store. Stop by soon, Ambi.
Oh.
Oh, red chicken burgers are classic for a reason.
Soldier 11's going to grill me about eating junk food again if I go back smelling like burgers.
Burgers don't have a smell. Even if they did, they would just—
No, there's a smell, right?
I always thought the smell of burgers would linger, especially—
That's not true.
I just got here. I heard you— After all, the last time I saw her—
Thanks. Soldier 11 would be really happy to know that you care so much about her. She's made a full recovery. She's completely regained the same training intensity as before her injury. At least with her body, I mean.
So her body's recovered, but—
Not quite. I asked Ambi out today to chat with her about her memory has basically reverted to how it was before the injury. She might occasionally get someone's name wrong, but she doesn't mistake her own identity, and her short-term memory is persisting through to the next day.
She's made a recovery.
It's still too early to say. She seems to have completely blanked out what happened during the incident, including the time.
Like I said.
You still feel the same way now? She still believes that she was betrayed and abandoned.
That's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Hadine's a way stronger person than me. Strong enough to keep living with hate. I don't know what to say. All I know for sure is the target of her hatred is me. And we won't be meeting again. So, I won't get killed by her, or vice versa. But once she turns her hatred towards something, or someone else, Hadine is so pure. She's like an unalloyed metal that combusts even in water. The last thing I ever want to see is her getting hurt by her own flames.
I didn't realize you put that much thought.
I was just thinking about it while watching some.
There are movies like.
Yeah. Wanna watch it with.
Sure.
Thank you, manager. You're very kind. Even I'd blush when people are nice.
I think you're really kind too, Trigger. So, are you all still down for burgers?
Oh.
Didn't that collector Hugo mention if we wanted to attend the auction? But he didn't leave us his contact information. Odd, right? If he wanted us to contact him, why not leave a number? Did he?
Maybe he left a puzzle.
You've been watching too many movies, Wise. We need to separate fiction from. Come to think of it, Hugo did leave us a raffle ticket, and he said something cringy like, "Wait, don't." I get it now. This guy watches way too many detective movies. Anyway, let's try contacting him.
Aha, it's you, the manager of my favorite video store. Glad you've cracked my little puzzle. I've been waiting for you to contact me. I was worried I might have left a bad impression.
Actually, I have a favor to ask.
Ah, so you'd like to attend the auction? But if you two can help me with my current task, I should be able to find time to get the invitations you need.
What kind of task? Is it?
Don't worry, I would never put you in danger. Let's discuss the specifics in person. I'll wait for you at Do Gardening Shop in... You've...
Yeah. For some reason we have connections with everyone. I mean, practically everyone at this point. What are they? Okay, that's just beautiful.
Another win. This time, I'll lead the family back to the top.
Good day, Manager. Wonderful to see you again. You're as sophisticated and charming as always. About our previous discussion, I assume you... I see. Looks like it's more complicated than I thought. I appreciate your help. Here are the promised invitations for you. One was mine, but I won't be able to. I had to pull a few strings to secure these invitations. So please, don't mention where they came from. Otherwise, someone might come hunt me down.
Wait, seriously?
Well, when you dance with sharks, you can't avoid risk. But
True.
I have faith in you, dear manager. I'm entrusting you with my life.
Don't worry,
I've been meaning to say. What's your view on family ties?
It's a bond you can count on. Like, no matter.
That's the exact kind of I once had a half-sister.
Had? You didn't have a fault?
No, we never argued. I would like to try. She's been gone so long.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was a...
It's okay. I brought it up first, and it was ages ago. Anyway, back to what we were saying. It's highly likely that Hartman will be at the auction as well. As you know, while he's the rightful heir to the Ravenlock family, he keeps many secrets. Should you cross paths with him in the future, be cautious. He's sitting up on his high horse looking down on everyone else, and I hope these upper-class people eventually face the punishment they deserve. Too bad the scales of fate lean one way or another, unless someone steps in to tip them back. I digress. That's all for today. I have fun at the auction.
It is a pleasure to see you again, Master Proxy.
No, didn't mean that.
It's been a while.
As I said, connections to everywhere. It's just insanity. We're trying to get into that place.
Lies. Deception.
Vivian.
Betrayal. I see swirling mist, shrouding the truth in a deep, enigmatic haze. Found you. Chosen one.
From what I know, she's a
You
vampire.
are
Like,
exactly
that's
as I
what
thought
heard.
you'd be.
Chosen one? What's that? Sounds like something from a tacky novel that was popular a decade ago.
Words can only convey so much, so it's understandable if what I say doesn't make sense to you now. But you'll know what I mean soon enough.
Young lady, I know. I'm telling the truth. That item was my late husband's keepsake, and I had to pawn it due to financial difficulties. But I can't bear to see it auctioned away to who knows where. I'd never be able to get it back. Please help me bid for it. There's a hidden flaw in that item. If you point it out during inspection, it will be withdrawn from the auction and returned to the pawn shop. That way you won't have to pay for it. In return, I'll offer you some compensation. It may not be much, but it's all I can manage. Please.
Mom, please. Your story might be genuine. Besides, this has nothing to do with me.
Young lady, you don't look like you're struggling for money. I'm sure this refined individual here feels the same way.
Huh?
Yes, you!
The auction is about to start. And you? Here's a little piece of advice. Don't let your sympathy easily sway you in an auction like this. Otherwise, I'm Vivian, by the way.
I'm still surprised I got her.
Dear guests, the auction will begin shortly.
Hey, I cannot remember names, but I can, but barely.
He may be from the Ravenlock family, but he's been entering the lottery in secret. His financial situation might not be too great right now.
Ugh, what rotten luck. I won't back down this time.
Damn it.
This is the top auction in the industry!
You seem a bit hesitant.
You
Good luck to you.
Where could you have gotten so many Denny's?
A solid move, but perhaps a bit too costly for me.
Okay. Let's not rush into inflating the price. Seems like it's just the two of us interested in the item. Why don't we just...
No matter what.
Ugh, I didn't expect you to be so determined.
This is the perfect moment to shake your opponent.
You're really stubborn, huh? Is it...
That's right.
The price is way more than it's worth.
It's a bit overpriced. Regardless, though in my opinion, it's aesthetic, but as long as you like it, that's what...
The next item is truly exceptional. The final creation of a legendary artist, the only one of its kind in all of New Eridu. The artist's tale is quite fascinating. Unrecognized during his lifetime, his works were discovered by art collectors after his death and became hugely popular.
Yeah, that's a lot of...
Because of this, authentic works are few and far between, making each one incredibly precious. Without further ado, let's...
If I can get it for under 500 million, I can still turn a profit. 300 million!
If I'm not mistaken, Wise, isn't that...
Yeah, that's the one. If I...
1 billion.
What?
Even if his final piece is a collectible of this quality, starting at $1 million right off, since she doesn't have to earn her own money, any bid is just a number to her.
Was that Vivi? Wow, she just said, don't let your sympathy...
Yeah, but she can literally afford not to take her own advice.
Oh, this elegantly dressed lady. So, is anyone ready to challenge this young lady?
I'd advise against it. I'm going to bid on this no matter the price tonight.
This young lady is certain going 3 times! All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes. Please feel free to unwind in the lounge.
Jesus.
The coffee here is...
You have a strange look on your face, despite her ruthless exterior, though you wouldn't dare think that.
Not at all.
You're not being honest. And just to clarify, I didn't assist that woman out of kindness, nor do I plan on giving up the item I just purchased, because it's nothing more than a common scam.
A scam?
They'll tell you a tragic story, begging you to help bid on a collectible at a high price. They promise a reward and guarantee the item will be withdrawn from the auction, so you think you won't have to. But the reality is, once you bid, the deal is done. No going back. And you end up shelling out a hefty sum for something worthless.
So why did you still bid?
I really enjoyed the story of that legendary artist. Art, at its essence, sells stories, doesn't it? I'm willing to pay the price for the stories I choose. That's another lie.
I didn't really...
Let me give you another piece of advice. People often mask their true intentions. Sometimes.
We know that very well.
I hope next time you'll accept my invitation, and not that of these pretenders. I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
The second half of the auction is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, up next in our auction is tonight's showpiece. The legend has it that, long ago, what's truly fascinating is the unique gem embedded in the collar of this robe. It's a...
We need that, I think.
Wise, that gem's...
Such an important item, yet...
Oh, God.
This auction sure, there's people of all sorts, whether they...
Robe of Heroes. Nonetheless, I'll secure it.
Yes. Of course. I'll keep an eye on it.
I didn't expect this to drag on so long. I believe there is no meaning in continuing this senseless bidding war. Frankly, wasting time irks me more than squandering money. So, my friend, what did you have in mind?
This man is pretty shrewd. All I want is...
What a pity.
I'd suggest taking a less direct...
There are more antiques in this...
I'm not a collector, so...
In that case, how about... The Ravenlock family always...
What a coincidence.
Finally.
You're quite confident.
You know when to stand your ground.
My time is valuable, my friend. If I offer you a token of appreciation, let's say...
Don't try to bribe me. I don't need or want money. For...
You're quite persistent. It's been a while since someone... All right, since I can't sway you, well, but let me be clear. No matter how...
Drat. Though the mayor gave us a substantial amount of Denny.
Well, I'll be taking this masterpiece with me.
Damn it, we almost...
I got a mess.
What?
Look up?
What happened?
Okay.
Why'd the lights go out?
What's going on? The power went out?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's auction. My apologies for the long and dreary opening. Losers always have a lot to say.
That guy looks familiar.
Is that...
What are you all standing around for? Someone deal with it!
How uncouth. I'm simply here to reclaim what's rightfully mine.
You! When did you?
Well then, tonight's show is coming to an end. I wish you all a lovely evening. Yours truly, Mockingbird.
After him! Catch that thief or forget about getting paid tonight!
I can't believe he's here. And his target happens to be that core, too. Forgive me, Master Proxy, but that... Mockingbird and I have... history.
You might find it surprising...
You do? I see. Years ago, we founded Mockingbird, the Phantom Thieves Syndicate. Things started off well. We were young, with naive ideals and lofty goals, and we pursued what we thought was right. But one night, that all changed. There may have been signs of what was to come, but no one noticed them at the time, or perhaps we chose to ignore them. Eventually, I left Mockingbird and accepted the olive branch extended by the mayor. The separation was, shall we say, less than amicable. And my dearest friend became my sworn enemy. Master Proxy, if I may ask, what do you think of Hugo?
Though he helped us before, and he seems pretty nice, I can't help but feel something's off. He is a part of Mockingbird, after all.
Mockingbird has changed from how we envisioned it. And Hugo, too, No, it's not. In any case, he's very dangerous. I'm still unsure of his intentions, but we cannot risk letting him have the sacrifice core. Based on my past experiences, I can likely predict the route he'll take to evade his pursuers and escape. However, this path lies within the Hollow.
Let's head straight there.
Very well. As I thought, Hugo really is here. When we were still working together, he would often choose routes that were difficult to attack. Master Proxy, the layout of the port is complex. Ethereals may jump out from any corner. Do be extra careful.
There are so many Ethereals. They don't seem to be phasing him at all.
Though I am loath to admit it.
Goodbye, my friend. Careful, or you'll get hurt.
I'm not going to let you have your way. Master Proxy, that's one of Hugo's weapons. Make sure to avoid it. He's extremely familiar with this place. Master Proxy, dragging this out will only be to our disadvantage. Let's proceed through here post-haste. Time to hunt. Stand still. The mechanism here isn't damaged. It's still functioning normally. Something's not right. It feels too easy, almost as if let us through on purpose. Stay calm now. Stand still. This must be the right way. Not to worry, Master Proxy. We'll be able to catch up to him soon. It should be this way. Are they from the auction? No, they shouldn't be able to track Hugo. Back then, Hugo would typically retreat in, and as his partner, I'd be responsible for... I'm unsure if he has a partner now.
Well, phantom thieves usually have partners.
True. That could make things trickier. Regardless, Master Proxy, although I'm confident in my ability to defeat them, a clash here might delay us and jeopardize your safety. Our main focus now is locating Hugo. Stay calm now. Step. nearby.
Long time no see, traitor.
It was you who broke the oath, not me.
You haven't changed, pompous and self-righteous.
You're beyond reason.
Both of you, enough already!
Master Proxy.
Are you all right, Master Proxy?
I'm fine.
Rest assured, Manager. My blade has always been steady. I'll never point my weapon at my ally. As for that oaf, he has no sense of control.
I'd thank you not to spread lies.
What? Are you...
Thought we were in for a tough day. If you value your lives, you better hand over all your etheric resources and any other valuables you've got.
I have no conflict with you, gentlemen. I'm here for personal reasons, not to mine.
Cut the crap. It's been a rough day, and we need something to make it right. Whatever your business is, pay your dough or bite the dust.
Pay our dough? This is the Hollow. You're not claiming this Hollow as your own, are you? Not even the current mayor of New Eridu would dare to make that assertion. Am I correct, Mr. Mayflower Watchdog?
You sure have a mouth on you, pretty boy. Don't push it. We've buried idiots like you in the Hollow before, and soon you'll be joining them.
I'd urge you to reconsider.
Huh?
Unfortunately, your kind advice has come too late. They've already worn my patience thin. Scared? Then perhaps you should think twice before you act. You've made your bed. Now lie in it.
Sorry! I'm so sorry! Please have mercy!
Wait, that's him?
Spare us! We won't do it again!
Are you quite done blowing off steam? Don't kill them. I'll hand...
Who do you think you are to tell me what to do? They weren't planning to show you any You haven't changed at all over the years, Lycon. To hell with you and your foolish... Haven't you learned your lesson from what happened with your eye and legs?
My principles remain unshaken. No one has the right to take another's life.
Sinners deserve punishment. Do you know how many lives they've taken? I'm merely delivering the justice the world needs.
It is not our place to pass judgment. I know I will not sway you. There's no point in continuing this argument. I will stop you.
Go ahead. I will be prepared to kneel before me, traitor.
You talk too much.
advise against trusting anyone.
Do you two have to fight?
My apologies, dear master. But I'm itching to teach him a lesson.
Absurd. This power.
Worry not. Mastery of my skills will come in time. But there's something more important I would like to teach you. Something about faith.
Does a phantom thief even need faith?
Of course. What else would we fight for?
For wealth, fame, and power to stand at the top, so nothing and no one can imprison us. Isn't that what everyone desires? Or perhaps, by faith, do you mean something asinine and empty, like justice, dreams, or friendship? Hilarious. Grow up, Lycon. It's time to let go of your naive fantasies of being some almighty savior.
You? All right, enough squabbling. What I'm trying to teach you is very simple. I may not walk the path of justice, but I do not walk the path of evil. There's too much injustice in this world, and there are times when it becomes necessary to right those wrongs with unconventional methods. Taking lives, however, is out of the question. Life is a precious gift, one that nobody has the right to steal. No one should have the authority to judge whether another lives or dies. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I hope Hugo definitely
I will.
deserves the hate from Lycon.
You don't seem convinced, Hugo.
As you mentioned, that's why we must strive to bring fairness to this world. Those who cause harm should face consequences, just as those who take lives should. But not all lives hold the same value. Sometimes, you may need to eliminate one if it means saving more.
You're too proud. Your pride may lead you astray.
I have my own path and beliefs, Jack. I'll determine for myself what's fair and unfair.
Hey, watch your mouth. If it weren't for Jack, you'd be dead already.
You're a smart kid, Hugo. Skilled too. You could easily take the life of a sinner. However, what if one day you found out you were wrong? What if that so-called sinner were innocent? Could you bring them back to life?
I wouldn't make that mistake.
To err is human. Everyone is bound to make mistakes. It's good you are open with your thoughts. I just don't want your troubled past to weigh you down. Because your hatred doesn't define you. It only eats away at you.
Are you okay, Lycon?
My apologies, Master Proxy. Before Hugo and I founded Mockingbird, we had a mentor, Jack. He took us under his wing when we were in dire straits, imparting his skills and life lessons. But Hugo didn't agree with his viewpoints. Perhaps our paths were always fated to diverge.
I've been curious for a while now.
Mockingbird, faced numerous triumphs, but also setbacks, and one of them was a disastrous one.
Hugo. You... Was this you? All this?
So what if it was?
Have you gone crazy? Have you been planning this all along? You'd bury all these lives in the name of vengeance?
They deserve to die. Especially my so-called father. I should have killed him a long time ago. A really long time ago. You know what, Lycon? There's some people whose only purpose in life is to bring more suffering into this world. Sometimes murder is what brings justice back into this world. And for that, I must stain these hands in blood.
Enough! I can't trust anything you say anymore. I'm leaving Mockingbird, now!
Where are you going?
Anywhere. Someone from the Mayflowers got in touch with me before.
Are you mad? You know what those hypocrites in city administration are like. They're no different from tops. We fought them together all this time, and now you're leaving to serve as their lapdog. Are you going to turn your back on Mockingbird? Turn your back on me?
The mayor is different from the others. But it doesn't matter. I'm not going to even try convincing you. As your friend, I'll give you one last piece of advice. Please, stop here. Otherwise, the day will come where your hatred and ambition will consume you.
My apologies, Master Proxy, that you had to hear such an unpleasant tale. Hugo came from a powerful family, and his relationship with them was always strained, especially with his own father. So much so that Hugo wanted to personally put an end to him. After shouldering a mountain of injustice, Hugo ran away from home. That's when Jack and I met him. And that setback that Mockingbird suffered turned out to be intimately connected to his family. I had thought it was just a normal mission, when in fact he was plotting revenge. He took advantage of me and everyone else there. I do not mean to pass judgment on him and his decision, but I refuse to accept a partner who is willing to trample over other people's lives for their own desires. Perhaps his family left a mark on him that continues to influence him to this day. In any case, Hugo still has the sacrifice core. We should contact them.
A pleasure to speak. Lycon has already filled me in on Mockingbird stealing the sacrifice core. I'll deal with it.
Anything else we can do to help? I mean, we didn't manage to complete our mission.
No. You've done well. It's just not appropriate for you to get involved in what's to come.
We've been through far more dangerous situations. Plus, we've dealt with Mr. Mockingbird before.
Really, I appreciate your kindness. It's just... Very well. Seeing as you're all people I know I can trust, I'm going to be frank. Not long ago, I received a letter declaring criminal intent.
Sir.
Lycon, I know you don't want to place them in danger. I feel the same way. However, I believe they deserve to know the truth. That letter threatened to use a sacrifice to take vengeance against the entire city of New Eridu.
What do you mean by vengeance?
I believe the person, or the organization, who sent the letter is planning to use the sacrifice to mount a large-scale attack against the city. Everything we've uncovered so far seems to support this hypothesis. As you know, the sacrifice's true power is a mystery and cannot be controlled if anyone attempts to use it as a weapon. This is no small issue. If this gets out, it'll send the public into a panic. Please promise me you'll keep things confidential.
Then let us help out.
But it's like I said before. It'll be too dangerous for you. Whichever way you look at it, you're still citizens of New Eridu, and as mayor, it's my duty to protect you. Plus, Carol would be furious with me if I put you in danger. If she were still around. Anyway, I'm not at liberty to discuss this matter any further. Please rest assured that we will handle things properly as the administrative authority of New Eridu.
Forget about that for a second.
That's right. Master Proxy, please trust us.
So that'll be all for today. Goodbye for now.
Hang on. Hang on.
Your journey ends with me.
I'll take you.
There we go. Oh, okay. So, I'm going to end the stream here. I might stream tomorrow, but yeah, it was a very fun stream, but also very like in the game it was a bit sad. But yeah, it was a fun stream, and see you in the next one.